All right, I think we're recording. Yes, we are. Hey guys, thanks for coming to our team call tonight. I know that you have lots of things you want to be doing, especially on Father's Day, so I appreciate you popping on here. We have a very special guest who I will talk to you about in just a second, but I want to go over some announcements first, and then we'll get to it. Okay, so number one, we have the top 800 Success Club earners in June will get a photo with the celebrity trainers at Summit. So if you are a top 800, which I mean, that's pretty good odds. So top 800 will get a photo session with the celebrity trainers at Summit. Let's see, this is called an up and comer trip, I think they called it, for Success Club, the Success Club trip to Riviera Maya. It is, what is it? Let's see, diamond and below, and then the top 3 Success Club earners per month between May and December will all get a free trip to Riviera Maya. So totally awesome. I would totally go for that. I've been on the Success Club trip the past 3 years, I think, and it's just absolutely amazing. They put on a great party, and it's like Disney customer service. So totally be there. Tomorrow is the Shift Shop preview. Be careful saying that. The Shift Shop preview is tomorrow on BOD. So we all have BOD. It will automatically load on there, and then we can all try it. If you haven't, I would highly suggest it. Now, I know for the Sean week that we are extending for the whole 30 days. I know tomorrow is a rest day. So if you really need the rest day, I want you to take it, but still at least watch Shift Shop, watch it, take a look so that you'll be able to give your customers a better idea of what it's like. But I would highly suggest you at least trying it and modifying if you need to. All right, there is a Shakeology and Portion Fix Challenge Pack. So if your customers already have BOD, but they don't have Shakeology or the portion containers, they can get that challenge pack for $130. The Success Club prize this month is John Maxwell. Again, I listened to that webinar last week, I believe it was. It was awesome. There's another one this month, so really try to shoot for that. 2 more things. June 20th, which is Tuesday, is the last day to reserve a hotel for Summit. So if you're still up in the air about Summit, like totally go and make sure you have that hotel room. I still have 1 spot left in my room. I think that another room has 1 spot left open too. So please feel free to come on down with us and join us. We'd love to have you. Last thing, I want to recommend a book that I just started. I started last night. So if you like the You Are a Badass book, this one is You Are a Badass at Making Money. It's so good because so many times, well, in the book, she says, would you be sharing this book with anyone? Are you sitting on a plane reading it like this, or are you like trying to hide it because people are embarrassed about making money? But that's how we live. That's how the world goes around. So great book to try. Read that. And all right, so let's get to it. We have a special guest tonight. This is Stephanie Lane. I met her through our mastermind group, but I have watched her for a long time. It's funny, like we were watching each other. We're like, but it turned out we were doing the exact same thing, but we're kind of like, that girl's cool, type of thing, and getting lots of great ideas from each other. So we've come together, and I spoke on her team call this week, this week was Thursday. And now she's with us. So she's a 4-star diamond coach, correct? Success Club legend, huge deal. Mom of 4, yes. Yes, so she's a busy mom, but she's making this work. So I'm really excited to hear from her. If you will go to the top right corner of your Zoom, if you're not on a phone, if you're on a computer, it will say speaker view. If you could click that so Stephanie pops up and it's not like the Brady Bunch look, then you can focus on her. So everyone should be muted. If they come on and they're not muted, then I will mute them. But all right, take it away, Stephanie.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. And like with you, make sure I'm going to put it into presentation and then let me know if you can see it all. So can you see the whole thing, or hopefully. I don't know if you guys are able to see that. Can you see that?
There, I can. I was muted. I forgot. I could see it in presentation mode though.
You can or can't?
I could, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was muted. I kept saying yes, and I thought, wait, I'm muted.
Okay, let's try that again.
Okay. I'll stay unmuted for a second. So
technology is great when it works.
Right.
Okay. Yay, but I can't see you guys for some reason. That's super weird.
Oh, well, I can see you.
Okay, good. Well,
that is weird, yeah.
All
right.
Okay. Well, now we got over our speed bumps. Hi, guys. Thanks for having me jump on your team call. I'm really, really excited to chat with you. So like she said, I'm Stephanie Lane. I'm over in Iowa, so not too far from you guys, still in the Midwest. And prior to coaching, so I'll just give you a short backstory. Prior to coaching, I was a teacher. At the time, we had 2 kids. And I desperately wanted to lose 30 pounds. So I saw an infomercial of Chalene Johnson, Turbo Fire, and I was just so attracted to the energy. You know, I had seen and done Turbo Jam in the past, just kind of dabbled with it. But then when I saw Turbo Fire, I recognized Chalene and got the program, did the whole program, lost the 30 pounds, and I was blabbing all over about it. I was telling all my friends, all my family. At the time I had just started Instagram. I was blabbing all over Instagram. And through that, I connected with my coach, who's Lindsay Krause. And I believe because you guys are part of Platinum Presenters and so am I, we're under the same umbrella. So my coach is Lindsay Krause. Her coach is Christina Solins and her coach is Christine Dwyer. So I know that we're still under like the same family. But anyways, so I connected with my coach, Lindsay, and she invited me to coaching. And I said, yes, I'm the type of person that I will not invite myself to your party, even if it looks like the coolest party ever. So you have to invite me. And I want you to keep that in mind, that some of your most successful coaches or customers have to be asked. So don't ever be afraid to offer what you have, because you have such a gift. Okay. So in the time that I've been a coach, I've hit Success Club 56 months, 4-star diamond in my first business center and diamond in my second business center. So that's just my quick backstory. I was a teacher. I was able to leave teaching. And now I'm just a full-time coach and a stay-at-home mom. So I'm going to talk about the 9 C's of a successful coach. So if you're taking notes, every important point will start with a C. And really, I just want to mostly talk about belief and commitment. So that's what we're going to focus on. But the first C, guys, is consistency. So a successful coach will always be consistent. And this is something you could start today. If you struggle with consistency, the good thing is you can fix it at any time. And the successful coaches that are consistent with running challenge groups, working out and drinking Shakeology, and talking about what they're doing in their life to attract more people into it, right? So they're talking about their challenge groups. They're talking about the program they're doing. They're talking about coaching. And doing that brings people to you. If somebody starts watching you and then they see that you're not consistent, you're going to struggle to keep them engaged and coming on board with you, because they'll think if you're inconsistent, well, then they're going to be inconsistent. So it's really important, number one, that you're always showing that you're staying consistent and staying with it. We all have bad days. We all have bad times. That happens. But in the long run, are you being consistent? In the time that I've been a coach, I've gone through 2 pregnancies, right? So we started, when I was a coach, we started with 2 kids and now we have 4. So my followers have seen my weight go up and down twice now with pregnancy and then losing the weight after the baby. But I wasn't afraid to show that, it's okay. But I was also able to show, this is what I'm going to do to fix that. So just always be consistent, even if your journey is up and down. The next thing is credibility. So the consistency is going to build your credibility. every single coach starts at 0. Every single coach starts at 0 Success Club points at the beginning of the month. Every coach starts with 0 coaches when they sign up. Everybody starts at 0, but you build credibility with everybody that's watching you by being consistent. And you can do this by sharing your story, right? When I was doing Turbo Fire, this was before I was a coach, I was talking about it everywhere. I was so unafraid to tell everybody what I was doing. I didn't think anybody would judge me. And I probably sold a lot of Turbo Fire kits before I was ever a coach. And that's just because I was sharing what was working for me. When you do that, that creates a spark of excitement, of motivation, of interest in people, and then they look to you as the leader. So it doesn't matter if you have, a lot of success behind you or 0. You build that up, day by day, and then that's what positions you as a leader. That's what makes people come to you and say, oh, I want to work with that person because they've been consistent. So now they've built up some credibility so that then you're the go-to person. Does that make sense? And if you don't have any success yet, if you're just starting out, you share others' success. So I can remember getting on the phone with my coach for the very first call, and she didn't have a lot of success at the time, so she shared her coach's success. And she shared with me where she was going. And so it's okay if you don't have that credibility yet. You can share that of others. And then, you just let people know where you're going, and you get there. But okay, so here's the thing though. Once you do get to some of your goals, don't get comfortable. Okay, so here's my 3rd C. Don't get stuck. I see a lot of times coaches will push really hard and get to Emerald, and then they just sit there, right? Because they stop doing what got them there. Or they push really hard and get to Diamond, and then they just sit there. So don't get comfortable once you hit a goal. I highly, highly recommend you go back to the drawing board, figure out what your next move is, and keep going, because you don't ever want to get stuck or just sit to where you're not growing anymore, or you think you know it all, or you just get comfortable. Because I feel like personally, if you're not growing or you're not moving, you're going backwards almost. So, get to your goal. If Diamond's your goal, get there, but keep going, because that's going to build more stability. And if you're constantly moving, you're building more momentum, you're becoming proactive, and you're going to have a secure team, a secure business. And that's really, really important. So while, you set goals and you come all this way, don't ever get stuck. I made a huge mistake last spring. I had a huge goal, guys. So I was pregnant with my daughter, Evelyn. I knew I was leaving my job as a teacher, and I hit 4-star diamond last spring. So I hit 4-star diamond, left my job, and had my daughter. And I was like, I kind of sat back that summer and just kind of got comfortable, because I was like, I hit all these awesome goals. This is really nice. I was really happy. And that was a huge mistake because I stopped moving. And so I had a goal of 5-star diamond and I didn't hit it. And there's a reason, because I stopped pushing. So, that's my next goal. And I will get there, because I got back up again and realized that I had made a mistake by stopping. But just try not to get too comfortable with where you are. Enjoy it, of course. If you ever read the 12-week year, he says to push really hard for 3 months and then or 12 weeks, almost 3 months, and then take a week off, because there's 13 weeks. Push really hard for 12 weeks and then take a week off. So yes, you do want to enjoy your journey, but just don't get too comfortable. Because if you do those first 2 things of being consistent and building your credibility, you're going to create an income. And so we're in this group with Carl, and he mentioned that some coaches struggle with the fact that we help people and we earn money, and it just feels like you're being a hypocrite, or it feels like it's tough sometimes, because you you're helping people but earning, but really it's a trifecta. So one of my coaches, Kaylee, we were good friends our whole lives. We were childhood friends. And she was always obese, always. And she joined my challenge group and she lost 30 pounds. And she was like, wow, I'd really like to be a coach. And she's continued to lose. She lost 50 more pounds. And this spring, she applied for the Beachbody Financial Fitness Award because in helping herself lose 80 pounds, helping others start a healthy journey, she was able to pay off $15,000 in debt. So now they have 0 credit cards and 0 car payments. If that's not a like full circle win-win, I don't know what is. It is okay that we create an income. It is okay to improve your quality of life by helping others, okay? If it weren't for Beachbody, Kaylee would not have lost 80 pounds. She would not have paid off $15,000 in debt, and she would not be helping people and paying it forward, right? So it is completely a win-win. And you can create income by helping people, by going Emerald and opening up your business center to get team cycle bonuses, to add volume to your weak leg by adding coaches if you have a weak leg. And some of this you might be like, what? And some of you might know what some of this is, but Success Club needs to be non-negotiable. You should be working towards at least earning $1,000 a week. And you want to help your coaches have Success Club as well, because then you really know it's paying it forward down the line. I need to hurry up. I think I'm talking too long. Commitment is the next one. So commitment just means that you are dedicated to your vision, to your goal. You know, what are you doing this for? What are you fighting for? So 80% of your time should be spent on your business, okay? Always your business. 20% of your time should be spent helping your team. Don't become a manager. Always work on the things that you can control. You can control your challenge. Oh, I should say challenge groups. You can control your challenge groups. You can control adding coaches. You cannot control what your challengers will or won't do. You can't control what your coaches will or won't do, right? When I was aiming for Diamond Coach, I hosted my own What is Coaching call because I wanted to position myself as a leader. So that might be something, if you're really committed, that might be something that you should do. All I did was I asked my coach for her slides, and I know that there's some on the Platinum Presenters site that you can go and download. But anyway, so I just recorded on Zoom, uploaded it to YouTube. And that way, when I was talking to someone about coaching, I'm like, hey, I have a 20-minute video. When can you watch it? And it was me. And I felt like me being in the video showed my potential coaches that, okay, you know, I can trust her and I can learn from her because she's not afraid to put herself in the leader position. So even if you're terribly afraid or you feel like you don't know what you're doing, fake it till you make it. Get over your self-limiting beliefs. Those are the things that you're telling yourself you can't do. Those are the ceilings you're putting over your own head. Are you hitting Success Club 5 every month and you're telling yourself that's good enough? Set it at 10. You know, do it a little bit more. Set the bar higher for yourself. Put yourself there as the leader for your coaches, as the leader for your challengers. You know, run a new coach group. Have you ever thought of doing that? Or maybe if you have a couple coaches, once a month, get on the phone with them and do like a little team call. There's nothing wrong with acting like the coach you want to become. You know, you don't become a 5-star coach the day that your rank says that in the back office. You become a 5-star coach when you act like a 5-star coach, right? So always act like the person you want to be, or a 15-star, or whatever it is that you want. So the next one I have is confidence. And I want you to set goals and not be afraid to share them. Nobody is judging you, and it doesn't, like if you set a goal and you don't hit it, that doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. I have tons of goals I've never achieved. I'll get there. Maybe I didn't do it in the time frame that I thought I would, but but I will, because you have to believe that you can. You have to believe that it's possible. You have to believe that you're worth it, because you are. There is room and success enough for all of us. There is no limit to the amount of 15-star diamond coaches in Beachbody. Did you know that there's not like a limit? They don't say, oh, there can, just hit my papers. There can only be, 100. No, there's no limit. And if you have self-limiting beliefs, do personal development. Do it. We don't just say that for no reason. There's so many different categories, but one that really helped me when I was kind of stuck and comfortable was reading the 12-week year and the 10X rule. Actually, I listened to them on Audible, and those really helped me kind of break through the glass ceiling that I had put over my head. Being positive, just looking for the positive in everything. You're going to have ups and downs, but you've got to come out of it looking at the positive. People follow positive people. Yes, misery does love company, but really, for the most part, positive people attract positive people. And if you guys haven't done this yet, I highly suggest learning personality styles. I personally like the gems. I know there's the color codes, and I know there's personality plus and stuff like that. This is my favorite, the gems. I am a ruby first and a sapphire second. So I'm very, very driven, but I like to have fun. So I know what I am, and I know what a lot of my coaches are. So I know how to speak to them. I know how to motivate them. That's really important. And always keep learning, right? You'll get more confident if you're always learning and learning new things, and and be a river. Don't be like a drain. So as you learn things, give that to your team and give that, back up. And you guys have an amazing leader. So I hope that you always, feed back into your team. So the next one is community. This was kind of a surprise. I didn't expect for this to be such a big one when I became a coach. I didn't realize what I was coming into. And this is very, very, very precious to what we have. The community of coaches, if you've ever been to Summit, if you've ever been to one of the Success Club trips, the amount of positivity and the amount of inspiration is absolutely unbelievable. I've never been in such a group of people. Like, even in college, it's not like that, where everybody is just working on themselves and trying to be better and, always improving and being positive. Coaching is such a gift. Don't ever, ever be afraid to share it. Even if you have one coach, create a team page of your own and grow your community. Identify who is your ideal coach. Who do you want in your tribe? Your tribe, is essentially going to be people that are like you, people that you're speaking to. So, don't be afraid to share what you're doing and how it's helping you and changing your life, because we have such an amazing community. And then I think I have one more after this. What time is it? Okay, hopefully I'm going okay on time. The next one is being calm. I know that when you do trainings or you hear all these great ideas, you might feel overwhelmed. But really, guys, it happens one day at a time. Always be happy with the actions that you're taking, not necessarily the results. Because if you know that every day this week you do your 4 vital behaviors, you're inviting, you're working out, you're doing your personal development, you're recognizing other people, you do that every day this week, you're going to get results. They might not come immediately, but they will come. So don't always just judge how you're doing by the harvest, but do it by the actions you're taking. Like, think of a farmer. We're in the Midwest. The farmer has to plant all these seeds and nurture them and water them, and they do grow, and eventually there's a harvest, but it doesn't happen all in one day. So you can't get frustrated if you're being inconsistent with the actions and the results come inconsistently. If you can be real consistent with your actions, you'll have more results. I hope that makes sense. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn. There's that quote that says, success is going from, I think it's mistake to mistake without loss of enthusiasm. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to screw up, but failure to failure, I think. And I've failed a million times, but I'm in this and I'm committed and I believe and I don't give up. And that, I think, is the difference. You can only fail if you quit. So now I want you guys to go to work. You're going to conquer. You're going to lead by example. You're going to take action. You're going to teach your team. You're going to set the bar high, because you already have it in you to be successful. You already have it in you to, you have what it takes. You just have to do it. And I know that your coach talks about, things that take no talent, and that's doing your vital behaviors. It does not take a special person or a special skill to do those things, but you still have to do them, right? Coaching is simple and coaching is easy, but it still has to be done. And we're very, very lucky, and we're very, very fortunate to have something that is so life-changing, and yet it's so simple. I was talking to one of my coaches today. I'll kind of end on this. And if you guys have questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. I was talking to one of my coaches who's working really hard on her business right now because she's pregnant and she doesn't want to have to go back to work as a coach, or as a nurse, excuse me. She wants to be a full-time coach. She, nurses work 12-hour shifts and she doesn't want to go back to that. And so we were talking and she said, well, how much time do you spend on your business now? Because when I was a teacher, I only had about 1 hour a day to spend on it. And so my husband helped me look on my phone, because you can itemize what you're spending your time on your phone. I spend 3 hours a day on my business. So as a teacher, it was at least 8 hours a day, at least. And now I'm working 3 hours a day and earning more than I did working 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. That's just mind-blowing to me. You have a gift, but you have to be willing to work at it a little bit every single day, just a little bit, and it'll grow into something big, but you have to be dedicated. So I'm going to close this out here. And if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. There.
Thank you so much. I've been over here cheering, dancing. Thank you so much. That was so awesome. If you have any questions, let's see. I muted some people, so I can unmute everyone. If you have a question, I have a couple questions, but I want you guys to go first. Does anybody have questions?
And no question. Bad question. I was a teacher.
Yes, exactly. Danae and let's see, who else is on the phone? I just unmuted you. Hello?
I wanted to ask, can you just repeat? Because now my kids are down.
Sorry,
It's
Danae.
Angie. I got all of them. Hi.
Okay, so I have Angie and Danae talking at the same time. Okay, let's go Danae.
Oh, sorry, go in. Oh.
I lost somebody.
Okay, I'll go. I just wanted you to repeat the 6. Was it consistency, building your credibility, don't get stuck, commitment, confidence, and community? Was those the 6?
There's actually 9. So it was consistency first, then credibility, comfortable, creating an income, commitment, confidence, community, being calm, and then conquering.
Great.
Did you get those, Danae? I can put those in the team page too. I wrote those down.
Great. Yeah, my kids just came downstairs and thanks.
No problem. Angie, did you have a question?
No questions. It was a good call.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure I unmuted you. Okay, so Carrie, did you have anything before okay. So you said when you were a teacher, you worked your business for 1 hour per day. So what did you do in that 1 hour?
Okay, so obviously in the morning I would get up and work out, which I didn't consider part of my hour because that's just, that's
Right.
as a coach, you need to get up and work out. And I would check into my challenge group when I was done working out, maybe took 5 minutes. And then it was like, get ready, get the kids ready, get everybody, bed, get out the door, that was a hot mess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't miss that one bit. And I would get to work and I would have to, get my classroom ready. And then I had a 20-minute lunch break, 20 minutes. And if I didn't have students or other teachers in my room at my lunch break, I would shoot out invites as fast as I could. Like, you know what I mean? Just like boom, 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 like, because you're working against the clock.
Right.
And then after school, I had from 3:30 to 4, and I would quickly as I could try to respond to messages. Because, I sent out those invites during my lunch. They all came back, hopefully, and then I would respond. And then I would, rush, get the kids, get home, get supper, that hot mess again. And in the evening, I would, do whatever else needed to be done. It was like about, 20 minutes of my lunch, 20 minutes after school, and then hopefully I would get in a half hour in the evening just, to do whatever needed to be done. My my personal development was always done while I was getting ready in the morning. I would listen to it while I was putting on my makeup and getting dressed and doing that, or even on my drive to work. Hopefully that clears it up.
Yeah.
It was pockets, but it was an hour.
Right. And you did it every single day.
Yeah.
And you were able to quit teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 hour every day, and not all at once. It was like here, there, everywhere, but 1 hour, and you were able to quit teaching. Like, that's huge. And that's what we have in our pocket. Like, we don't have to spend hours and hours and hours, I know, I'm just like sweating a little bit.
Hard. There's days that I didn't want to do it, but what I would do, I had a family picture right next to my desk. So as my students left my room and I'm pulling out my lunch, there's that picture staring me in the face. And I had a vision. Like, you guys have to have an idea of where you're going. So I would look at that and remember, like, okay, I'm doing this for them. And that you've got to have something to drive you.
So awesome. Now you said I think you were a diamond coach and you were doing the What is Coaching webinar and you didn't know what you were doing, but you just went for it. Was that in a Facebook group, or you just recorded yourself kind of speaking on those slides?
Yeah, I just recorded myself speaking on the slides and I uploaded it to YouTube. So when it was easier for me to just ask people to be a coach and ask if they've ever considered it, send them a video to watch on their schedule, and then set up a time to talk afterwards. That was easier for me. And the people that I attracted tended to be busy too. It didn't work for us to get on a live call.
Right. Okay, cool. I've never thought about that. Like, I always think every month I'll do an event or a Facebook group, but it makes a lot of sense just to record yourself saying all the stuff and say, here you go, on your own time. Yeah. So cool. So you had 3 kids. You were pregnant with your last one when you hit 4-star. Yeah. So again, like, what's your top tip on, because I know you couldn't have felt like doing any of that.
Buttercup.
Right, exactly. So just do it anyway.
Mm-hmm. When we had Lily, I wanted to leave my job, but my husband and I sat down and made a decision to pay off debt instead. So we paid off our 2 cars, paid off $26,000 in student loans. So like all Beachbody money was just like going to debt. Wow. And we took the kids to Disney World. And then when we found out we were pregnant with Evelyn, I'm like, okay, this time it's it. And I had my eye on the prize and I went for it,
That's awesome. So we all have the same opportunity. It's just what we do with it. And if we decide to do it when we don't feel like it or not. So, well, Stephanie, go ahead.
Success comes on the hard days. The days that it's hard is the days that you're making progress.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. That was so helpful. It was so like motivating, inspiring. It pumped me up. I hope it pumped everybody else up too. So thank you so much. I'm going to see if I can, oh, here we go, exit the full screen. So anyway, everyone, thank you so much for coming. Like I said, I know it's Father's Day and you could have had other things to be doing. So I really appreciate you taking the time and doing the thing that doesn't necessarily feel good right now, but you're taking the time to do that, and that's what's going to move your business forward. So I hope everyone had a happy Father's Day, and we will talk soon. Bye, guys. Thank you.